What's up, Cougar fans? Jake Brandon here, your host of the Coup Connect podcast. Asking you to hit the like and hit the subscribe on your way in. And to get behind that paywall, go to coupconnect.com, become a subscriber, get behind the paywall, get in that Discord. That's where all the really good stuff is. Q&A with players, insider info, all that. But tonight, we're joined with probably the player who's had the biggest breakout year this year. He's a regular on the podcast. We're excited to welcome in, defensive back number one, Tre Alexander. Tre, how you doing, my man?
I'm doing good. Thank y'all for having me again. It's always a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, dude. It's our pleasure. All right, so we're creeping towards the portal opening. I think Kev told us earlier it's January 2nd is when the portal actually officially opens. But in today's football, where everyone goes to camps, everyone's friends, and there's like agents and people involved, like it feels like conversations start a lot sooner than that, right? And I know you're probably like number one guy to host people. Like if they got a big guy to come to town, they want Tre to host him. You got good insight into this, and you got a lot of friends in the football world. Do you think this portal season we're gonna have a lot of people interested in coming to BYU? Like, what should we expect?
Yeah, most definitely. We got people like being from the South. I was thinking of it too. Like we got Keelan here, and we got people from the South. Is always like we got all those people going up there to BYU. Like, what's so special about BYU? What's brewing? And, a lot of people from the South, obviously, just seen us play in the Big 12 championship, had a bunch of success, like 22-4 over the last 2 years. I had people already reaching out to me, like, can you put in word for me? Like, Tre, how's BYU? Like, you think y'all will take me? Like, so it's definitely interest. Like,
yeah,
people want to come play here. I mean, it's a different place, but like, I embraced it, and like people see that side of it and see how fun it is to actually be here. Like, we got people wanting to come here, so I would say like portal season for us, it should be a fun one.
Yeah.
So we just see how it unfolds.
Yeah, I do think seeing you come in and you fit in really well with the culture right away, and you're still out there, you're still playing your football, like your brand of football. You're out there, you're being yourself, doing those things. I think that's encouraging to people like that. It's like, oh man, if Tre can go in and fit in and make it happen and have success there, like, why not me? Do you think that them looking at you helps with that?
I definitely say it does, because like I said before me, it was looking at Keelan like we from the same neighborhood, and as crazy as he is, if he can go do it, I know I can do it. So I just know people like probably think the same about me, like, oh yeah, Tre talk crazy, and Tre come with like all the flair on game day, all the drip, all the different cleats, and all the mouthpiece colors, and all this and all that. So it's probably like if Tre can do it, I know I can go do it.
Right.
So I definitely know it's an aspect of that for sure, like 100%.
And when, even before we became acquainted, I've been saying we needed to get into Georgia more. Like everyone talks about Florida and Texas and California, but even before that, like I got reports out there, I've got talk out there. I'm like, we need to focus on Georgia. Like it's got the same talent level, it's just not as heavily recruited. I mean, it is heavily recruited, but not to the same degree as Texas, Florida, and California. Do you think that we go back to Georgia again and try and get some players out of Georgia? Is that still like a place we want to focus on?
It gotta be.
It's gotta be.
Yeah, like Georgia is like, it's breeding grounds for greatness. Like I tell people, like a lot of people talk about Texas. Well, you have like, it's a big state naturally, so you got a bunch of teams or whatever, but people always talk about like 3 teams in Texas, like, DeSoto or Duncanville, and they talk about like 3 schools. You get to California, they always talk about SoCal. Like it's always the Mater Days and the St. John Boscos and like the whatever CIF or whatever division.
Yeah.
You get to Florida, you only talk about Miami. Oh, they're so fast and they got so much speed. Well, you get to Georgia, you look from the top of the state to the very bottom of our state. Like Georgia starting quarterback Gunnar Stockton came from a little country town, top of the state. You go all the way down to bottom of Georgia, you got Valdosta. That's what they call Titletown, USA. They got championship on championship on championship. Then you get to Metro Atlanta. It's greatness. So Georgia's definitely breeding grounds for greatness. It's the best state in the world to go play football. You can throw a rock in any direction, you can find a D1 football player.
Right.
100%.
Right.
From the smallest town to the biggest.
Yeah. So I don't know, maybe it's like a need of getting relationships there with coaches, with families like your families that are football families that are known because your dad's coached for years, your brothers have played, like, all that stuff. Maybe that's like where we break through. And so I don't know, man. It feels like we're on the precipice of maybe getting in there and getting some more guys like that.
Yeah,
so,
we got to be, man.
So what do you think? Like we got Jada is all out of eligibility. Waylon's out of eligibility. Carson Ryan. Trying to think on defense. You got Kelly, he's out of eligibility. Glasgow probably got a decision to make. Tanner's all done. Talon's all done. I'm forgetting some people I know up front.
Logan
Latui, that was a guy up front. Like, do you think we go and find a guy to plug all those guys in the portal? You think there's young guys who could step up in some spots, find some? Like, is there young guys we should be excited about? Or is there position groups you think for sure we go get a guy? What's your, as you know, athletic director Trey, if you put on your athletic director hat, like, where are you thinking we go? Maybe need to get some more depth or some more guys?
I realistically feel like every position group can basically add a guy in the portal.
Yeah.
And it's not even from, and you don't want to bring in too many portal guys, obviously. Like, you want to keep the core of your team the same.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like, for one, it's the competition aspect. You add a new face in the room, then you raise the competition levels, and competition breeds excellence.
Yeah.
So if you bring in a new guy who's good, well, he's going to push everybody in the room to be better.
Right.
So I don't know, the competitor in me, I love that aspect of it. I don't know if we will, honestly, but I feel like we're losing some people. You want to vet in the portal. And we got a lot of young guys that's going to be good. Like Nusi, I mean, you already seen flashes of him. You got Kendall Wall on the D-line who's going to be like an all-timer. You got Vi, Pearson, that linebacker. And then, I mean, in the secondary, like safety-wise, I mean, Falatai showed he can play.
Yeah.
Tommy missed some time being hurt, but Tommy going to play more in the bowl game too. And
Yeah.
I know how good Tommy is. So
Yeah.
Johnny, I mean, he missed some time being hurt, but we have him. So I feel like, yeah, we could add some guys in the portal just so they can be veteran pieces, but I honestly feel like if we add anybody to the portal, it just got to be a dog.
Right.
Can't go in the portal and get nobody that's solid for it.
Or just a depth piece.
Yeah, nah. If we go into the portal, I honestly feel like we need to go get a guy.
Dude, it's interesting. We added like Tavion last minute, it felt like. Super last minute last year. And I was kind of like, oh, like he's a last minute addition. Maybe it's a depth piece of that. Like, nah, dude, like Tavion's a guy you can rotate in. Tavion's a guy you can play. So I think, our team is very aware of like, you got to get someone. There's no reason to add someone just to be a nice depth piece. Like everyone who you add has got to be able to play and play at a high level.
Yeah, I agree. Because, like, I mean, if you're going to bring in somebody just to sit on the bench, you might as well play a youngin. And then the following year, let him he'll have more experience, he'll have more reps, and it'll build a program. So I just feel like my whole mindset, if we go into the portal to get somebody, no matter what position it is, I don't care if it's hell or the long snapper.
Right.
If we go into the portal, he got to be a guy that can contribute to us right now. Otherwise, I mean, stay where he at. Ain't no point in us going to get him.
Right,
So.
right. But anyway, it's going to be interesting to see, man. All right, let's talk a little bit about your bowl game, okay? Where are we going? Who we playing? Because I had a bunch of people texting me on Sunday saying, I think this is the BYU and the Tre Alexander Bowl, right? Tell us why would people be texting me that? Why would they be saying that?
All right, so as y'all know, we're going to Orlando, Florida, playing the Pop-Tarts Bowl against Georgia Tech. It's my hometown, Atlanta. And I mean, the way they handled my recruitment, it was it was disrespectful. Coach Brent Keto, the head coach now, when I first was getting able to get recruited, whatever, beginning of high school, 8th to 10th grade or whatever. If I'm not mistaken, he wasn't the head coach yet. It was something Collins. I don't remember his name for real. And Brent Key was on staff, but he wasn't the head coach or whatever. And when he did take over, he did recruit me well. He fired coaches who kind of winning his word. But basically, sum it all up, Georgia Tech at the time, they kept asking me come to camp and do all these things. And I had went to camp 3 years in a row. I never gave up a catch at none of the camps. I'm a local kid in the backyard. They told me before my junior year, they had a game on a Monday night. I think it was against Clemson or something. And they were just basically telling me if you want to invite to this game, you got to play good. Well, in the game they came to, I had 3 PBUs, a forced fumble, tackle for loss. I was playing ball. When I had 2 forced fumbles actually and a fumble recovery, I was playing ball. I played good. So after the game, I'm expecting the invite. I don't get one. So I'm okay, that's why y'all suck now. Because anybody from Atlanta will tell you, before Coach Key got there, Georgia Tech didn't do a good job at keeping talent home at all. You have a guy or 2 from the metro Atlanta area stay, and then everybody else either going to Georgia or leaving state. And a 3-star in Georgia, I always say, is just as good as a 4 or 5-star anywhere else. So you letting all the local talent leave home, it's well, that's a slap in the face. And then further down the road, coaches were supposed to come to my games or whatever, see me play, recruit me. They didn't. They did their own thing, went somewhere else to go see all these little out-of-state kids from Minnesota and Alabama and all this and all that, putting other people before me or whatever. And Coach Key, he terminated him, he fired him, whatever, on my visit. He apologized to me. And I couldn't, I have no envy towards Coach Key because Coach Brent Key is a hell of a coach. I got a lot of respect for him and love for him.
Right.
It was just I told him, and even the smallest thing, Georgia Tech spelled my name wrong once when I was on my visit, in the 10th grade, under those old guys. I told my mama, I looked at her face, I said, Mama, I never go here. I just feel spelling my name right is it's just respect thing.
Right.
It's the least you can do.
Right.
Just spell my name right. If you're not gonna come to my games or give me an offer or anything, you just spell my name right. And they didn't. So I told my mom, like, I never come here.
Mm-hmm.
And then now, like, I mean, the cookie crumbles. I mean, shit, I get a shot at them in a bowl game, not too far from the crib. I know a bunch of boys on the team, so I mean, I'm looking forward to it. Like, I don't know.
I feel like Atlanta travels to this one. Orlando's not far.
No, it's like a 6.5 hour drive, if
Yeah.
that. So they gonna pull up. I know we always gonna pull up. My family gonna pull up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull up.
Yeah.
I'm ready to play ball. Like,
dude, it should be fun, man. How do you feel about being there over Christmas? Because you're gonna have Christmas in Florida. Like, would you rather like play an earlier bowl game or something and be home for Christmas, or is it gonna be cool to kind of all be together in Florida?
it'd be cool being together because last year we was in Alamo together, but
Yeah.
Christmas is gonna be fun because like I told Coach Kalani was getting on the plane right after the game. I was like, got a little bit of money now, Coach. Like, we go to Disney World, we go to Universal, like about a dash pass. Like, I got money now, so like I'm cool. Like, I can have me a little fun, a little Christmas, and I've never been the type to be homesick.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're away from home or whatever on Christmas, but then you look around, you around all your brothers, like people you've been grounded with all year, and
Right.
we get to get vacation together and like a game together one more time for all the seniors, like being able to share those moments with like T-Wall and Talon, people who took me under their wing, and I get to share Christmas with them for one last time, and all the rest of my brothers. I mean, it's fun.
Yeah.
So now the bowl game, like being away for Christmas, like it's honestly funner than people would expect. Like,
Yeah.
I don't never get homesick in that aspect. Like, I love it. Like, you 120, your best friends, and we get a whole amusement park to go have fun for a day. Like, I love it.
No, that's cool, man. It'll be fun. That's one I'd like to get out to. I don't know. I just went on a trip to the Big 12 game, so I don't know if I can turn right around, go on another one. I got travel for work and stuff too. But dude, so let's talk about the Big 12 championship game, man. It felt like BYU was within a possession for the majority of that game. And at the end, we had a bunch of turnovers, a bunch of miscues that just like let it get out of hand. Like, is that kind of how you felt about it?
Yeah. When we came out juiced up,
Yeah.
I mean, I'll take some credit because I gave a speech.
I saw you.
Like,
you and Keanu, right?
Yeah.
I saw you guys on the giant screen.
Yeah, the speech would never get released.
It's not going to make the cut ever?
It won't ever make the cut. Like, I told them we have to make a cut, like just unraw, unedited version just for the team to watch. But it would never, ever make it to the internet. Like, I gave one of them speeches, like, and people afterwards like, Trey, like, you a leader. Like, I was like, yeah, like, the people say they could see it in my eyes before the game. I was just locked in because, like, my whole speech basically was just, like, remember who you doing it for, and just, like, remember, like, the pain it was losing to them that first time, walking off that field. And for me, I didn't play a good game the first time, so I literally wasn't able to sleep straight. Like, I was just thinking, like, for a month, like, when I get this chance again, I'm going to do everything in my power to have a good game.
Yeah.
And I did. I had a hell of a game. If I'm not mistaken, I was the highest graded defender in the game, so I did my job, but I don't know. Losing, like, trumps everything, man. Losing sucks.
For sure.
And I never was a person who just be like, okay, I did my part, so it's okay. Nah. If I would have gave a touchdown and we would have won the game, I'd be way more happier because it's winning. Like, winning makes everything feel better. So when we lost, we had to take it with a grain of salt. I mean, I know people want to give them their credit and things like that, but it's just like, for me, it's just like, I don't know, it's hard to give them the credit because I feel like offensively, what they was doing, they wasn't doing nothing special to us.
Right.
And I feel like defensively, like, we came ready to play, It didn't. The ball didn't fall in our hands. It didn't go the way we wanted. But I'm confident we'll get the shot back next year. Because I mean, my first year here, we missed the Big 12 championship game. This year, we got to the Big 12 championship game. If we keep progressing, that mean next year we're going undefeated and we're gonna win it.
Yeah,
so, I'm confident in our ability.
Dude, talk about progressing and like building up towards like things. Because I do feel like this year's team, you lose Jake, like you lose Batty and Robbins, J-Rob, and like all these good guys, and it's like we still got better. Like we're still building, right? And then this year we're gonna lose good guys, obviously, in that. But I kind of get the sense we're gonna just keep building and building better. Do you think it was important that we retain Kalani so he can keep his like vision and building going? Because I feel like if there's a shakeup on staff, then it's like who knows where you have to start again. You feel like that was a big win for us?
It definitely was. I mean, Coach Kalani, the best coach in the country, I would say, and definitely the Big 12. And we seen he won Big 12 Coach of the Year for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly feel like if we lost Coach Kalani, I mean, you would have had a large part of the staff leave, a large part of the recruiting class leave. You had some players probably leave.
Yeah.
Like, it was a lot that would have went into that. So with him being able to be retained, I mean, you keep the same principles here. You keep the same mindset. But for now, like, next year it's only gonna get better and better.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I hate losing, but like Michael Jordan said, I mean, losing is a part of winning. Like, you got to learn how to lose. The first year in the Big 12, we went 5-7. Last year we went 11-2. This year we're gonna go 12-2.
Mm-hmm.
The next year it's like, well, if all else goes to plan, we'd be 13-0 sitting at the time next year.
Yes,
and that's a promise. We will be.
Yeah.
So it's just like, you hate losing, but like it's a part of it. And, you know, it's something that you got to go through because we take these lumps for us, especially like a lot of us. I'm a true sophomore starting, you know, volatile as well. Like a lot of the guys we was talking, like we true sophomore. Next year we get to our junior year. Yeah, you can have NFL in the back of your mind, but we were thinking like this is our year to go on a run. Like so next year we have seen everything. We done played in close games this year. We done had to play in blowouts. We done played in all type of games. We done lost a championship game, so we know that feeling.
Yeah.
We never want to feel that again. That's what motivated us last year.
Yeah.
We never wanted that feeling of, you know, being left out of the Big 12 championship. This year we got to the championship. Now next year we don't want to get left out of the playoffs again.
Right.
So for us, I mean, losing sucks, but the progression gonna be made for sure. In
Right.
the offseason, we know that's something we lost to one team all year.
That's it.
And that's something they're gonna bring up the whole offseason. It's gonna eat you alive. Like,
Dude, and what about, like, I thought about this scenario. I actually tweeted about it too. Like, let's say hypothetically, Texas Tech goes and runs the table in the playoffs and wins the whole thing. And let's say you guys go play Georgia Tech and you win by multiple possessions, a very convincing win. Then it's like, all right, well, Texas Tech was the best team in the country. Their only loss was against Arizona State without their starting quarterback, right? And then BYU's only loss was to them. Like, was BYU the second, third, fourth? Is there a universe where it's like, man, we'll never know because they never got in the playoffs? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, did that thought ever cross your mind? Because I was thinking of that when I was driving home, my nice long drive home from the Texas game.
it crossed my mind, but also doing it at the same time because, like, I'm a person, no matter what, I just want to win.
Right.
So when we lose in the championship game, it's just like,
You lost.
yeah, we lost. So it's just like, damn. But then again, like, I think a lot of people underrate how good the Big 12 is because a lot of people, first of all, they give SEC too much credit.
Yeah.
And I'm tired of it because, like, straight up, it's the same thing. I'm going to sit up for this one because it's the same thing every year. In the preseason, they overrate all these SEC teams.
Yeah.
They talk about how good they're going to be, how good their coaches going to be, all these recruits coming in. Then the teams perform terrible. Then they have one little good win or two little good wins, bounce back into the rankings to get a marquee TV matchup. They go a team going there and get steamrolled. Now at the end of the year, all these teams sitting up here with all these ranked wins, and the SEC is so tough. The SEC has the most simple scheme that you'll ever see in the history of football. The SEC just has more athletes, and they just pay people under the table and pay more money to people.
Right.
SEC is not better football. It is not better nothing. It's just more athletes on the field at one time.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
It's a recruiting win.
Yeah, and that's exactly why the SEC hasn't won a national championship in 2 years, and it's crazy that at the same time that's when NIL became like legal.
That's interesting.
It's not a coincidence.
Right.
Like when the game is even,
Level.
it's on the level playing field. Like SEC ain't won nothing.
Yeah.
So I feel like Texas Tech will go make a run. And
Bro, I feel like SEC's only team is can schedule FCS games in like week 12
That's
or
what I'm
whatever.
saying.
Like, it's like, oh, now that's cool.
hell, if we didn't have to schedule Texas Tech the first time, we scheduled Montana Christian Baptist. Shit, we would have been 12-0. We would have had a
Right.
lock in the playoffs.
Right.
You feel me? So I feel like it's a lot of bias going on in the media and the way they do stuff in college football. And it's all about money and generating revenue. So I understand it, but it's just like next year we will be back and we're going to be undefeated sitting in. And when we get in the playoffs, we're going to have a lot to say.
Yeah.
And don't let us win it.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to have a hell of a lot to say. I'm going to say on that stage on national TV.
With the confetti, with the trophy, you're going to let them hear it.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to have to. And I remember this moment because next year when we get back to this point,
Yeah.
we're going to be undefeated.
Yeah. Dude, I feel like going back a little bit to your class, you talk about you and Falatau and Tommy. Ciale is also your class? Ciale is Sarah?
I don't even know. He might be a little older.
He might be a little bit older.
I think he's older than me.
1 year older
than me. Yeah.
So you got Ciale, that younger class, but that class you came in with, it feels like that was a huge recruiting win for us. It was like that first step forward, right? You could argue this 2026 class has got some dogs in it too, and like it may be another step forward there. But I feel like that class we've all kind of kept an eye on as fans, and like we're all kind of expecting big things out of it. And next year I feel like is that year where that class is now the leaders, like they're the vets, like they're gonna step up and set the tone, right? Is that you kind of feel the same thing?
Yeah, I would definitely say like even when we signed, I had that vibe. Like that class is it's the building block of the future of BYU football. Like I was the first class under Coach Hills, the first class that we got in the Big 12, like recruiting wise. So I mean, that class is everything.
Yeah.
Like, we already have like early contributors. Like Tommy was Big 12 like freshman of the year honorable mention last year.
Yeah.
Falatau this year. I mean, hell of a player.
Yeah.
Me, I don't even gotta say nothing about myself. Like, I ain't even gotta say too much about myself. But everybody in our class that has came in and got on the field already has contributed at a higher rate and a high clip for us.
Dude, I feel like in the past we get one Tre or like a Johnny Cabella or like a Falatau or one, maybe two of those guys in a really good class. And like that one, we landed a bunch. And that felt like it was a big step forward, right? And then now you guys are the ones recruiting these new classes. I feel like that 2026 class, again, like you look at it, you're like, okay, there's a bunch of solid guys in this class, right? Like it just feels like Kalani's building something special, and we're going to start to see it. I mean, we've already seen it pay off, but not in the way we all want it to, right? We're going to start to see it pay off, and next year might be that year.
It will be for sure. I mean, when you, like we saying, when you get that many reps under you, no matter if it's practice or if it's game, and you get that much experience, it's like, okay, it was point at the beginning of the season, my first start against Stanford. Yeah, you had a little butterflies in your stomach, but going to the championship game Saturday, for example, remember me and Father I was on the field talking to each other like, it's a great day to be great. Like, I didn't have no fear in my body. I didn't have no doubt. I was just ready to go.
Right.
So then next year I come in, and we all come in with that same mentality, like no fear, no pressure, no nothing. It's just football. Like we locked in, dialed in our assignment, and we were able to do that for 12 games straight, and then the whole playoffs, and we all dialed in, and we know what it takes. Like Folly played last year, but this was his first year. Like he's really starting and really comfortable. Same with me. Like I played, but this was the first year I'm really comfortable. Tommy will be back with 2 years under his belt now. So like Johnny, he'll be back 2 years under his belt, comfortable starting games and everything. And then not to mention like the guys we getting home from the mission for our class. And one of them that's underrated, Brody Laga, 5-star kicker, which is crazy.
Yeah.
So like we have a bunch of people that's from our class that like we'll see the dividends pay off next year for sure.
Yeah, I'm excited for it, man. Like, I don't know. It just, the Big 12 has been, from a guy who's been a fan way, way before the Big 12, it's just been so awesome to get those better games, better matchups, and then do well in them, you know? So I'm excited to see it take a step forward. All right. Any last thoughts, comments, anything you want to say, shout out before we end this one?
I really just got to say, like, yeah, the season, like, first of all, it was a good season no matter what.
Right.
And I'm never going to be that guy to be like, okay, well, just get the 12 wins every year and 11 wins were good and winning the boat. No, like, it pisses us off. Like, I mean, definitely pisses me off. And it's going to be something like I'm going to light a flame under the team the whole offseason about. Like, and that's going to be in the back of my mind the whole time. We lost to one team. There's one team between us and the championship. Next year, we can't let it happen. It won't happen. So, next year, like, I mean, you got to take it with a grain of salt. You got to be grateful for one, because, like, honestly, I'm just more grateful that we all made it through the year without any crazy injuries happening, nothing major. So, you know, you always got to be thankful for the aspect of it. But next year, I mean, we're going to be comfortable. It's going to be for me, my third time around the block. And we coming for everything next year.
Dude, I love it. All right. Well, that's all we got, right?
Yeah.
So thank you guys for tuning in. Again, hit that like and that subscribe, and go to CoupConnect.com and get behind that paywall, get in the Discord. There's a whole bunch more Cougar content in there that I know you guys want. That's all we got. Go Cougs.